Hello everyone, welcome back to our Crusade, hard mode. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, Imperial Guard. We, in this one, are attacking the Necrons who took out the Tau main force.
Who summons me?
Main base, not main force. And they have, of course, two bases.
As you wish, so shall it be done.
I do know where they are. This one I had done a few times,
Take care of it, Lord.
but I was able to get it going in our favor.
Initiating construction.
Because I am, remember, oh yeah, this is post-audio commentary, of course. I'm only posting when there's actual success and progress. So this was a time that there was progress. And it was, just like the last map, very hard, time-consuming. This one did take longer, but finding what worked, that was the difficult thing.
As you wish, so shall it be done.
You know, repositioning the plasma generators is always good. Pardon me. Now, in previous attempts, I had tried to do it where I would build a second base to get more turrets. Instead, I took a cue from our previous fight that was successful, and I started getting the heavy support team. Get that going and try and upgrade the turrets, try and get the artillery out, you know, that sort of thing. The artillery this time would obviously be just a defensive measure, because this is a very large map. We were nowhere near where the enemy was that the Basilisk would be in range. Yeah, so let's see what else. For this one, there's a total of 4 videos. The last one being actually quite short, only because I wasn't too sure how long it would take. And much like, since we're going up against Necrons, much like before, it would be a mix of las cannons and auto cannons. Now I'm trying to get that there so that our commander could have two more people with him to help fight, you know? It's a little important.
You called for some suppressive fire? Big guns ready to fire. Relocating. We'll get there as fast as we can.
Already having 2 support up. Helpful. Really sorry about that. I will do my best to cut that sound out. Hanging up was a bad choice, but I haven't looked up to see if there was a way to pause a recording yet on OBS Studio. Really should.
You called for some suppressive fire? Ready and willing, sir.
Not that I would, actually, for this. But anyways, it's still good to find it. So we have 3 now going with the las cannon. We need turrets, of course. We also need to get more of the bunkers. Oh, we are finally being attacked, yes? Or we are already attacked, I missed it. I have not done much in the way of upgrading
On the field. Is that a best
our captured points, which is a notable weakness in my opinion. Going for a fourth.
I am on it.
Okay, there we go. We have the other player hitting us. In the mini-map, it's north? Northwest? They do send, you know, things like destroyers pretty freaking quickly. Which is frustrating. And also having this time thing that freezes units is a real pain. I'm trying to keep the Ogryn alive. I really do like the Ogryn. Like, in here, I mean, in terms of the voice and the dialogue and stuff like that, I just find it very adorable. It's a strange thing to say. Ogryn? Adorable? But, yeah. I mean, yeah. As you can see, just heavy in the way of needing to do repairs. There we go. I upgraded the one that's in the center there. And for the turret. Now, auto cannon. Well, actually, the last cannon's doing pretty good job, along with the heavy bolter and the missile there, in taking out blade ones. But I would like some auto cannons. Like, I just love their range. It's so helpful.
Initiating construction. I'll take care of it, Lord.
Sometimes it's hard to decide what to do, apparently.
Where's our fire support?
Hopefully this is, this will go up, next week. I'm hoping. I'm doing the post audio on the weekend. Was it the 10th today? 11th, yeah. So, right after, the first one. I'm hoping, and I'm also hoping that I will be able to do another video, for kind of a surprise, but since it's a surprise, not gonna talk about it. Dun 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 dun. Okay, definitely no. We're still going with the las cannons, and which is fine, honestly. If we end up with all las cannons, which I know we don't in the end, but it's perfectly fine. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. Really need to obviously upgrade the base. I mean, one of the reasons why it's fine in a fight like this, you will lose some of these heavy support, and hopefully you'll get into a position where you're at the point of upgrading and you have the option for the autocannon. So, okay, you lose a heavy support, but you have the opportunity now to replace them and get autocannon going. It's always a tactic, you know? That's a waste of resources. I don't lose it either way in fights like this. So it's not terrible to at least upgrade it to something other than the base machine gun. Now let's face it, if something like that shows up, like a tomb spider, then having all of these las cannons makes a tomb spider a joke. An absolute joke. And with all the firepower that we got here, I'd say the Pariah Squad has become a joke there. Quite effective. Really, the biggest threat, I would have to say, is the Necron Lords. For the simple notion of their abilities to, for example, like freeze or become invisible, that have such a high hit points that they could get the Nightbringer effect, which is on the timer, but it's still something, right? And so, yeah, it's tough. That is a tough unit to deal with. Yeah. Excuse me 1 second. I'm just going to keep recording and we can watch the action. Let's see, not eating disorder. Talking.
We'll cover our men.
Husband asked me if I wanted to try a fancy donut, and last several days I've been having a lot of trouble with my eating disorder. I've been eating far too many calories and eating too much food for about 3 days. Usually just that one meal, but still, it is something, you know. Oh. And then he asked me if I wanted a fancy donut, and just like, this sounds interesting, and I almost never have donuts. I wouldn't mind trying this, and it has nothing to do with the eating disorder, it just sounds really interesting. Well, yeah. That's kind of how I have to look at things at the moment. We did lose a heavy support up there. That's frustrating. But as you can tell, like from previous attempts that did go up and failed on this map, we have a very decent footing here in comparison to other times, and it really comes down to that heavy support. I missed a heavy support there that I haven't put down into position, and that's bad. Really, you should try, no matter how much action it is, to really try to get that taken care of, because the heavy supports are utterly useless if they're not in position. If they're not in their down position. What's a good word for that? Well, in their support position, I guess you could say. Yeah. There I had to spam clicks because we're still building the whatchamacallit, the heavy supports. So, See there, it's like they have a light weapon, they don't take hits as well. You get them down into their position, and it works better. And, well, look at that. We have all of them going towards that because we have not upgraded our base yet. I was referring to all the heavy support being las cannons. How you doing there? Ogren. Oh yeah, lords do so much damage. It is understandable. In terms of the lore. So, yeah, I mean, it makes sense. No issues there. Oh, yeah, the pariahs came in and they did. I think they took out another one, yeah. Trying to get into there, I think? I don't know. Oh, got hit by a pariah. Yeah, I'll put that there for now. I need 250. Well, no. Yeah, why didn't... I think I was busy checking on things. It's just absolutely hectic. We lost a unit. Well, what's interesting about the heavy support versus another squad is it's one. So if it's one that takes up 2 points on the population. So if you have a squad of Imperial Guard and you get like 3 of them killed, well, you still have the squad. If you have a heavy support and it gets killed, that's it. That quote-unquote squad is gone. And there's the Nightbringer. Arrgh! So yeah, I'm scrambling. They're hitting us incredibly hard. Our assassin has been going overtime. Just so many shots taken. Okay, I have not upgraded 2 there. I'm too busy to notice, trying to rebuild, repair, keep units that can be still alive, that kind of stuff.
Initiating construction.
I think that's kind of what was going on there. That I just didn't have time to. But we're almost done with the upgrade of our base. That it did make sense to not choose the las cannon and wait for the autocannon. I honestly don't know if that was an initial plan from the beginning or just how it turned out. Let's say that I planned it from the beginning so it looked like my tactics are amazing. Yeah, let's go with that. I think that's a good approach. Now, again, it's one of these, like the other. Am I making progress? Am I making progress? And it really how you want to define progress. One thing, we're establishing a very strong defensive posture that it is very difficult for the enemy to do much, which allows us to rebuild, to strengthen, and so forth and so on, So progress in that sense is being made by being able to hang on.
Ready and
Heavy
willing, sir.
damages, as you can see. Wow!
Ready and willing, sir.
Oh, okay.
It will only take me a moment.
What's nice about this donut thing is I was actually planning, if I'm able to do it, a very light dinner for myself, so that'll be good. And it works out, you know? I don't think in this video I actually get the opportunity to push out at all. I'm very much trying to hang on, repair, rebuild, and strengthen. We are at max population for the purposes of ground troops, but we're at 6 of 6 for vehicles, which is not good, actually. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I haven't done much upgrading either, which is terrible. Why haven't I put down that? Okay, I finally get a hold of that one. Put you there? Autocannon? Autocannon. Okay. Now I do eventually get to the point where, or I already did that, I must have missed it while watching, is I upgraded so that our Ogryn can have like a sergeant. And then I'll be getting a power bayonet or an improved bayonet weapon so they can do more melee damage.
What?
I haven't done that already. Okay, trying to get stealth for our Vindicare Assassin, which is the one that we have is the elite unit we had from the very beginning here of this fight. Which is really, really helpful, I gotta say. In my opinion, very powerful to have. And totally worth it to have. Okay, and boom, 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 down.
Initiating construction.
Very hard to figure out. I need to get a another mechanized command, is it? So we can get a third artillery. Because artillery, you know? It's been known to be helpful. Wraiths are difficult when they do their go into their wraith form? Is that what it? Invulnerable. Well, I guess it's not so much becoming invulnerable, but more of they become intangible and you can't shoot them. Stuff in terms of the lore, stuff passes right through them.
Initiating construction.
There we go. Time to upgrade our energy.
Where are we taking him?
Yeah, we're gonna lose that, but pariahs, you know. Lots of weapons in on them, which is good. Trying to get a third building in there to get that population up. Can't. Well, it looks like, yeah, we lost a tech priest against them. And finally get rid of him? Finally get rid of him.
Nothing will get through our big
Oh, and doing the research, getting a second Vindicare Assassin. Ooh, that is nice. Need to do that. Just upgrade everything.
As you
There we
wish,
go.
so shall it be done.
Because we have one squad of Imperial Guard.
I am
Those are our the elite unit that we've managed to hang on to for quite some time. Ow. Okay. Dead. Again. So bloody hard. Really, that's it. So bloody hard. I'm not entirely sure if this map there are 3 Necron Lords or 2 Necron Lords with 2 bases. So what I do know is they never stop coming until you can stop them, which is in a way, in terms of, again, lore, it kind of fits them. It's just waves of silent undead coming down on you. It's kind of cool.
Let me preach his name.
Very stiff neck. There, the Necron Lord body is in the way. Now, another danger, which didn't really happen too often, thankfully, was the Necron Lord with a Resurrection Orb. He gets standing among all of this, taking out Necrons, and then he just pop that ability and instant army. Now, they are weakened, they're not at full strength, thankfully, but it's still kind of tough to deal with. Come on there. Take out the Wraith. Not doing anything, the Tomb Spider's coming up, and Everybody charge in. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I am honored that you require my skills.
Of course, I always hope for the purpose of when bringing out the, like, sub-commander units and stuff, is that they will draw fire and our buildings get hit less. So I have less to worry about for, you know, having to repair or replace. Because it's kind of easier with just the sub-commander group. So, yeah. And finally, and we get our third.
You requested a psycho, my lord.
Get that third artillery.
Will only take me a moment. A challenge worthy of my skill. A challenge worthy of my skill. This able beast should get us.
Alright. We're coming close to the end here. Another 2 minutes. So why don't I wrap it up a tad early, and you can see what goes on this last little bit. We have a few more videos to go before we are successful in taking this map. And I think it does get interesting in the next one. I hope it gets interesting, you know? So, I do hope you enjoyed this video, and if you are new to the channel, you can do the whole subscribing thing, bell notification, and all of that. There is also a couple of links in the description down below should you wish to check those out. And we got another building up, which is very important, because I do want to get a Baneblade. We'll say that much. Until when next we meet, please do be safe, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the video.
As you wish, so shall it be done.